All right, it's 21 April 2023. I'm here in Southern California. PJ Tobin is there in Ireland. Let's get an opening statement from PJ Tobin for this Fly on the Wall Apprentice.com session today.
Well, we're looking into the area of classical music, which is something I've kind of hidden away from for years, but slowly but surely talking myself around to the idea of doing it because we can. So, with the right tools in place and with a whole new world of opportunities in terms of leveraging off of AI, why not?
Awesome. Yeah. And it's so exciting for me because it's really the pinnacle of education when you learn music. The more music you learn, the more, when we talk about music theory. So the more music theory you learn, the closer you get towards understanding fully and being able to apply what you know to this beautiful genre called classical music.
Absolutely.
It's hard to touch it without music theory. It's hard. You can do it, but you're not going to end up, it's almost impossible to end up with a full piece that has no emotional weak links. Like if you have no music theory, you could. Some people know music theory by ear, like literally, I know it by ear, and they do. They have an ear for theory. It's true, but that's rare. Do you know what I mean?
It's probably the one form or one genre that actually demands you having a good base,
Some
a good
education.
understanding of
Yeah.
music theory. Yeah.
Totally. So what we did here was just before I hit record, I opened up aiva.com or .ai, and it's an artificial intelligence site that I paid a subscription to, and I get 3,600 tracks that I own the copyrights to in 1 year, 300 a month. And so I just had this thing write 5 compositions simultaneously at the same time. And PJ chose C minor between 3 minutes and 30 seconds and 4 minutes long. And so we're just going to sample each one here. And he may or may not like any of them. It's so easy because if he doesn't like any of these, I just hit the button again and it writes another 5.
Go again.
Yeah. It's like literally having a composer in the next room, right? And you go, write me 5 tracks. And he does all.
It's like having 50 composers in the next room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So here we go. Tell me if you can hear this.
Okay, cool.
So we're starting with 60. If you want to make a note somewhere, we're going to
I've got it. Got some paper here in front of me and pen.
Good. So 60, 61, 62. Oh, hold on. Why does it skip? Let me see this. 60, 61. Oh, because that's the order it finished them in. I just want to make sure they're all 5 here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Here's 60.
Like something I'd write.
Okay, I think we got a thumbs up on that one.
I think that's like something I'd write, actually.
Awesome. So let's see here. So now watch this. Download, and then it asks us orchestrated MIDI.
Did you pick to have vocals on there? You did?
I'm sorry?
Did you pick to have vocals on there?
No, because I think that part of this genre includes like ambient. Remember we chose ambient, right?
Yes, that's what's going on. Yeah, okay.
But here's what's great. Like that could be a violin part because you're going to get the MIDI. You can assign anything to it, to all those parts.
Yeah, I've written something like that. That's kind of weird.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, so let's get this into your holding tank, which I have ready for you, PJ. This is so much fun, man.
Okay. This is the problem now with this. I kind of want to drop everything and just do this instead. I'm going to go, no, you can.
I know. Let's see if I've got it there. There it is. Okay, good. So new composition 60. Describe this, because here's what I find when I download these, and if I just keep the numbers, it's just like a mess. There's no organization involved. So how would you just describe that one and give it some kind of a title or something that describes it? Well, I'll say this, watch.
Fields of meadow.
Okay, and I'll say female vocal. I'm going to put that in there.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of
And
that's
and what do you want to say? Call what?
just meadows for some reason. It kind of reminded
Meadows.
me. Yeah.
Female vocal meadows. Okay, so that'll give you at least some idea of what it is. And number 60. And here we go. And here's what's really cool about
That
this too.
sounds like real soundtrack stuff, actually.
Yeah. Now here's what's so funny. So when I open this up and oh, that's interesting. Here we go. So if I open this up, I can literally just drag it right into the chat. Because it's a tiny file. There. So it took 2 seconds to give to you. Now, I thought that they did something here, PJ. And, you know, if you could open that one up. No, that's just the MIDI. I thought that they must have changed. You know, they're evolving in there like every company. Let me take a look at this for a second. I thought they would give me MIDI and MP3s at the same time, but it looks like they're doing it separately now. So there's the MP3, there's reduced MIDI, there's chords. What's chords? That's interesting. Oh, here it is. MP3 and MIDI zip. Here we go. Stems. And then you can get stems. Okay, this is cool. So raw materials that I've used with this successfully have been the MP3, the MIDI files. I've never taken the stems in because you can take them because you know what I mean? That's what we do, right? We take audio files, we render them, and we do all kinds of stuff to it. So I'll give that to you also. I'm going to put this in a folder. What was it called here? Let's see.
Have you've played around with this? What's the quality like in terms of the?
It's inconsistent. It's like sometimes I'll bring stuff in. It's like almost done. It's like, wow. And
As
other
in this
times
kind
I'm
of the stem, or just
like the MP3 mix, the whole mix, right?
okay.
Sometimes the whole thing is like, wow, that is amazing. And sometimes it's like, that is so corny and MIDI, but I love the composition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird the way that works. I've played around with a lot of the using the AI for graphics. You know what I mean, for portraits
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Stuff
yeah.
it's doing, it's incredible. But there's
Right,
always
right.
particular mistakes that it makes, and it's kind of like,
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to make a folder. We're going to call this folder number 60, female vocal meadows. Okay. And in that, we're going to put all this stuff. So let's go to that. So here, okay, now, so I'll be giving you another folder in a moment. You got the MIDI files. This zip folder that I just made has the MP3 plus the MIDI files. And then let's go to 60, download chords. I don't know, like, is that a chart? That's interesting. I don't know what that is. I'm going to download the chord. Oh, yeah, it's a text file.
yeah,
It gives you the chords. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to give you that. And then 60. This is too much fun. Download now. Render uncompressed wave. Oh, wow. So you get a wave, and then you get the stem files. Okay. Here come the stem files. Okay, now look at this. Grouped by layer, grouped by instrument section, recommended for this composition. So we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll try that. Okay. So where did it go? What's going on? Did I have to do something else? I'm not sure what happened on that. Let me try that again. Or maybe it's working it out already. Is it doing something behind the scenes? I'll try it again and see what happens. Render stems. Here. Oh. It's doing something up here.
Why is that?
You know what, I might have taken 58 by mistake, but it's doing something to 60. So I think it's actually working on those stems right now. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Now I guess I can download. Is that what this means? Or maybe it says download. Nope. Let's see what this does. Now, let's try it. Yeah, I'm not sure. But here's what I'll do. I'll send you this this other thing I made, this zip folder. Okay, you'll see that in the there. There's a zip folder for you.
Got it.
And then we'll revisit this thing. I don't want to slow you down right now. We'll revisit how the stem thing works. I'll come back to that. And then I'm ready for 61 if you're ready to listen to 61.
Go for it.
Okay.
Though I do like harmonic minor, but I'm not sure now. Yeah, I dig that. That's actually not bad now. That reminds me of one of my favorite soundtracks, that last part. Not this
Okay.
part.
Well, with that comment, I'm definitely gonna download that one for you.
There's a soundtrack of a movie, a French movie called Betty Blue, and it's like that. It's that kind of sound.
Wow. All right. So I'm gonna download the MP3 in MIDI. And so we'll name this one now. So this is 61, but we'll need to give it a name. Where is it going now? What is it? Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay, so what would you let's first give it a descriptive word or statement about like what it is like.
For me, call it Betty Blue. I just know exactly what it is then for a sound.
Okay, good. Betty IE like that?
Betty as in TTY and
TTY.
Blue, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Betty Blue.
That's
Okay,
music I
that's
can
number
now get.
61.
I know exactly what to reference track it off now.
Awesome. Let's see if I can get that one to you straight from here. Like, yeah, I will.
This is the problem. They're all going to have elements that you imagine other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You know, PJ, it's just a monumental moment in history of mankind, you know, unless there were some earlier civilizations that had technology beyond us. But if they didn't, then this is like there's no word to describe the amount of creativity that's happening right now as a result of mankind being alive. It's just unprecedented. What is it, 10,000 or 100,000 tracks going into Spotify every day, and millions and millions of people working on art, digital sculpting, 3D printer stuff, music, the amount of creativity that's going on, right? It's, to me, sometimes it's almost depressing and overwhelming, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's almost like that. It doesn't quite get there, but sometimes for a moment, I'll go like, too much. Like, in other words, I feel like I want to listen to all this music that people are creating, and we're not capable of it as humans.
Yeah, that's the key. I think
we can't experience it.
How do you leave stuff behind? Because I just love learning, and there's so much to learn, and it's kind of like I can't learn it all. I can't learn. It. It's like, yeah, I've got lists of books as long, shelves of books that I want to read. And I know I'm not going to be able to get around to them all. It's kind of that's the new skill, which is a human skill to kind of go, I'm only going to do this, but
yes,
we're not actually using that skill that we already have,
right?
kind of go, I should focus on this, and everything else gets ignored.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So when I think to myself, I would love to listen to all these people, all the music people are creating, you immediately are overwhelmed. Like, I want to visit all the stars. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. Well, how many stars are there? Well, there's like 500 billion to the 200 billionth power. You know what I mean? Good luck.
Yeah, it is overwhelming.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. Ready? Oh, did you get that last one?
Oh, actually, no, I'm downloading now.
Okay, great.
There we go.
And here's the next one. This is number 62.
Cool.
Interesting. Interesting. So,
Try re-record that one.
what's so interesting is this is that so there's like, surprisingly, there were a number of really botched music theory mistakes in there.
Big time, yeah.
So something with their algorithm, whatever, allowed that through. And but
It's like it tried to go into this other place and it kept struggling, kept back out of it again, back in again, you know.
yeah,
I was like, that's
and
what it felt.
what was fascinating to me is this: the strings came in a couple times, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And I expected them to keep going.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
So
one
did
thing
I.
that AI doesn't have. It doesn't right now, it doesn't have the ability to quality control check its work for emotional weak links.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like any composer, I would think anyone, even like a little kid, if you gave him a little synthesizer with strings and said, here, you can play strings on this song, and he just hit the key and he heard the strings come on, he'd keep playing. Like, oh, that's cool. But it stopped. Did you notice that strings came in and They were
Yeah,
gone.
it kind of it almost went somewhere, and it was quite big and grand.
Yeah, and it
And
was
then,
like, oh wow, where are we going? Right?
yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
nope. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything in there you want me to
No,
download that for, or no?
I don't think so. There's nothing
No,
in
no,
there.
me either.
No, no.
Interesting. So that was number what, 62?
That was 62. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's 63. If you want me to skip forward at any time, you can just tell me to skip forward.
Yeah, I think you know yourself. I think when you think you should go for it, I'd say just skip away.
This is interesting here.
No, I don't think there's anything in there.
Okay. Here's 64. Sounds like a PJ Tobin track.
On a lute.
Yeah.
What's with the lute? They seem to use like a lute on most of it as the main instrument.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they use. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised and pleased with that track that it was like kind of a PJ Tobin track. It's almost like, I know this didn't happen because it's a machine, but it's almost like
Maybe it does.
it created this two chords, and then it said, that's nice. I'm just going to continue that. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not going to alter this thing. I'm just going to continue those chords and then just kind of play around them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of given me other ideas as well, actually, in terms of some of the melodies and stuff I've written in the past,
Yes.
and kind of rethinking them in a kind of
Mm-hmm.
orchestral format as well.
Right. A new context.
Yeah.
Did you like that one or no?
Didn't particularly like that one, no.
Okay,
The
good.
first two were good. There was some nice ideas in the first two,
Yeah.
kind of inspirational.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
interesting as well. They're just the instruments they use just to try and get the message across as well, which is, that's only, I guess, it's surprising they don't use more kind of nuanced or better sounding, better
Right.
pleasing.
Yeah, right. So they're not up to that yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I'm sure they're getting a lot of feedback on that. But for people like me, and you
You can definitely hear. You can still hear the
you
ideas
can hear
behind
what
it.
you're going to
Yeah,
hear. You can, extrapolate,
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, like the first two, for example, you could hear the intention, and it was emotional, even though the instrumentation wasn't necessarily great. It was emotional,
Yeah.
which
That's an interesting test, isn't it? Right there, to have
yeah,
not good sounds and get emotionally impacted by something.
yeah,
Because like if somebody played your favorites, like if I heard Stairway to Heaven, like the intro of Stairway to Heaven on some cheesy MIDI thing, I'd probably just like, oh, I love that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I just love
exactly.
that song. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
exactly.
Like you can't
Exactly.
ruin it
Yeah, you can't
almost.
ruin it. No matter what you play it on, it'll still
Right.
sound. Yeah,
Right.
just
Yeah.
music,
Yeah. Yeah.
melody itself is so
Mm-hmm.
powerful. You can play it on
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually in one way it's a good test for this
That's what I'm
because
saying. Yeah, this is like a good
yeah,
test.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
is.
if you like it in here, just wait
Yeah,
till you put
yeah,
some nice sounds on it, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we could do this. Watch this. We could do so there were,
I'd be interested in taking out the ambient. I think it's influencing it too much.
yeah, and you know what it is? Here's what it is. So when I put ambient in there, it showed me what categories that they already have that includes that search term. And these already have the ambient. Like
Yeah.
I can't take ambient out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's
probably just
baked into it. So let's just do this. Let's see what happens if I just simply do symphonic period without I see what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
can just take ambient out of it.
yeah, and
I'd
I think
imagine.
they're going to stay the same. Watch.
But I wonder, does it affect what's
Oh
released?
yeah, right. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's do it. Good point. So we'll do this. Okay, would you like it again in C minor? Would you like some C majors? Would you like what would you like this time?
Yeah, or just try F major. Just
F major. Okay.
yeah,
There we go. Duration same.
yeah. Keep the duration same.
Okay.
Or, but you know
We'll,
what? Keep
what?
it shorter because I'm just curious about how would it impact the idea?
Okay.
It
Okay.
kind of forces it to kind of get to the. I don't know. You just kind of trying to figure out the
Sure. Yeah, let's
algorithm in my head.
figure this thing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about what?
Give it. Yeah. There you go. 132 minutes.
Good. 5. Here it goes. It's writing 5 songs for you right now.
Just like that. There you go.
That's just when I saw that, I thought I was going to do one at a time for whatever reason. I don't know. And when I first opened this thing up and it's writing 5 at the same time, I go, okay, this is cool.
Yeah, the time concern that we have, it doesn't.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, there's
True
one.
multitasking.
65. Looks like it's done. So let's try it. 65. Or is it? Maybe it's not done yet. Oh, I guess it's not done yet. Oh, the little dot has to go away probably. What happens if I go up here?
That was done, yeah.
Oh, now it's done. Okay, here we go. 65. I think. Maybe they all have to finish before I can hit play. Yeah, because it's not playing.
There you go now and say, yeah.
Oh, that was a different one. But I don't know if it'll play now until all these are done. But let me try again.
Same.
Here goes. Like that one?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let me get that one for you. That was 60. What was it? 60.
I could imagine writing a melody. I could hear a melody on top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so 65. This is 65.
65. Okay.
MP3 and MIDI. And then what would you like to call that one? Or describe it? Could be a descriptive term or a name or something.
I'm not sure actually. What is that one? Actually, it kind of it reminded me of Avatar and that
Oh,
kind of
Avatar?
yeah.
Okay. Avatar theme. How's that?
There you go.
Okay, good. 65. Look at where technology has taken us. We get this computer to write us 5 songs. You choose it. I wrap it up. I send it from Los Angeles to Ireland in a few seconds.
And I still get to drive myself crazy, just like always.
Yeah. And it just makes us drive ourselves crazy even more. How's that? Okay. Here's 66.
Cool. Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me come off of it for a second. Back on.
that one actually has some good ideas. I could hear stuff on top of it actually.
Totally.
Again.
That was one of the best ones I think so far
Yeah,
because it's
how
like,
interesting that now, in fairness, the instrumentation on that is quite good compared to
yes,
the, it's like, it's
yeah.
weird.
Well, I guess they have a wide array of things that they can choose that it can choose. And some of those things that it can choose are really corny MIDI sounds, and some of them are
Yeah.
pretty good sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I thought of right away. Hey, this could be the start of a symphonina for PJ, you know?
Yeah. This one kind of appeals to me a lot now. Yeah.
Yeah. 66. Okay, so if I go to 66 and I download MP3 and MIDI. And what should we call this one?
What did I feel about this one? It was kind of call it Raiders.
Raiders. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
Raiders Symphony. How about that? It's kind of it's very symphonic. It's not this ambient thing, you know?
Definitely.
Okay. It's in the chat now. And you know what? While I'm on it, I just want to revisit something real quick. So we're in 66. I'm going to go in here to download. I want to get I haven't gotten any waves for you so far, so I want to see how this works. I'm going to give you this wave.
Okay. So what's in the zip? You have a
In the
MIDI
zip is an MP3 and the MIDI
MP3.
files.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and by the way, does it say? I think it does. Tell me though. Maybe it doesn't. Does it say the BPM? If not on the zip folder, open one up and see if on the inside it should give you the BPM. Like this one, for instance, is 66, is 95 beats per minute.
No, it doesn't.
And none of the files inside, even?
No, so all it has inside it are two MIDIs, reduced and orchestral, and the MP3, and that's it.
And the MP3 doesn't have on the title the BPM, correct?
No.
Okay. So you might want to insert that up for 66.
Just check, has it got any detail? It doesn't have any details. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put a text file on each. So 66, okay.
95 beats per minute, F major.
Yeah, I can't.
So I guess it's making this wave file. Yeah, which makes sense. It would take a while, but how long? Okay, so I guess I'll just wait on that. And then let's see what else. I also asked before if it could. Oh, you know what? I can rename it right here. This is interesting. Okay, I can name it right here. Raiders. Oh, this is good. Symphony for PJ. Okay. Yeah, look at that. And if can I move this? Can't really, huh? Okay, so then I'll do it this. I'll go rename, and we'll do it this way. There it is, 66 Raiders Symphony for PJ. And if I try to get the stems, what exactly is happening here? Oh, this is cool. You already downloaded this track. Downloading again won't count towards your quota. That's awesome. Add composition parameters to the file name. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. And then I want to try this thing again. I don't know what happened last time. I might have to contact them. What if I group by instrument? Let me try that. Oh, that's interesting. Instrument section is stem files. Group by instrument, that's multi-tracks. That's interesting. Let me try that and see what happens. Okay, so that was 66. And then you ready for 67?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Second movement at 66. Yeah, it's got something. I like that actually. It's got a
That's very cool.
That part is really
Very, it's so interesting. Like, I'm trying to think, is it like a person? Not really, because the person who wrote this thing would never have done that one which had mistakes all over it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. But I
So,
mean, interestingly, I mean, that's something that people sometimes don't when you're writing stuff. You're all over the place.
oh yeah, sure, sure,
You're kind of oh, I gotta go back to that, and you go back to your safe place, and then you wander out again, and then you
sure,
go
sure, sure. Yeah.
until you
Well,
find where you're trying to get to. But I mean,
yeah,
it's
true.
weird. It's kind of weird the reaction I had. They said, "No, stay with that. Stay with that. You have
Yeah,
it
yes,
now."
yes,
And it's
yes,
kind of like
yeah,
now develop that. It's kind
yeah,
of
exactly, exactly. That's cool. This is so cool. This is just a great tool. I mean, I don't personally, just my own subjective opinion is that if somebody doesn't see this as a great tool, I'm kind of like, well, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me personally. But then some people are like, no, I'm not going to start like this. I'm going to come up with my own ideas. It's like, okay, that's
how many great composers that your stories have you heard of that heard a folk song or heard something as they were wandering through the streets and it created a melody. It's kind of the same. You're
oh,
looking for
totally. But so,
inspiration sparks from everywhere.
yeah, see, you have the ability to extrapolate, but some people don't. Do you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
see two different things where it's so similar.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We all leverage off of what we already know. It's
Yeah.
like the whole standing on. Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's talk about classical for a minute, the history of classical music, PJ. A couple 300 years ago, if you stole a theme from me, note for note, I would go like, and if you were a decent composer, I would be like, it'd be like marketing and advertising for me. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, cool, very cool. Wow. And you'd come to me and you'd invite me to your premiere, and I'd go there and probably people might even clap for me when I stand up because my theme is in your song. Do you know what I mean? Like it was
and it wasn't stealing from each other. They were sharing the whole time. I mean, there was such with the arts in general. I mean,
yeah,
so many plays kind of affected so many composers. They went to see a play, went home and wrote music to that play, and it's kind of
right.
and the same with the music that they heard, and
Yeah. And then there's another side of that coin, which is without copyright, we'd be dead. And the United States, thank God, the United States Constitution, the Constitution of our country included copyright for artists. Like that's awesome.
Mhm.
And then the world took that as an example.
Yeah.
Like it's in our Constitution. Artists shall have ownership of their pieces to encourage creativity.
Is that in the Constitution? Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
realize
it's in
that.
our
Okay.
Constitution.
Gosh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's so cool. Yeah. Because see, that's what I don't like about what was going on before with these composers. Because some of them were literally then just stealing without the intent of like, oh, I'm inspired by that. and I'm going to pay
Mhm.
tribute to it and honor it. Whereas they could literally get away with just stealing with no ramifications. You see what I mean?
A lot of them were quite smart as well. They were stealing, especially from the whole folk area, which is
Right,
so
right. Yeah,
nobody
because it's
knows who
some
owns it.
guy
Yeah,
up on the mountain, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
drunk all the time with
They
his
were kind of
guitar. Like
they were
he's not
smart
going to
in
come
their own
after
way.
me.
Yeah,
You know what
even
I
though it was
mean?
hundreds of years ago, they were pretty smart. They're kind of going, yeah, who knows who
Yeah,
owns this
yeah.
song?
Right,
You
right.
know,
Like they're
you
like,
can
that
see
guy's not going to come after
some
me.
crazy guy up in the mountains go,
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Yeah,
mine.
yeah. He's not going to even come down to town here, you know?
So,
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so I put a new one in there. And check out the title of this one when you download it. Check it out. Because I should have. I didn't ask you, like, what should we call this one? But I will right now because I am going to name it. What should we call that last
oh,
one?
cool. So that's got all the details on the name. It's got
Right.
BPM. It's got, yeah. There you go.
What do you call that one? If you gave it a name, if you can remember it,
The Invasion.
the invasion. Okay. For PJ. Yeah, it's important because if I figure out how to get these stems out of here, I can go straight to the one. You can go, hey, can you give me stems for the invasion? So far, I haven't been able to figure out how to get stems out of here, but I think I will. I don't know. I mean, I clicked on it. I clicked on everything I was supposed to click on to get stems, and I haven't been able to get them out. So
It's
we'll
all
see.
right, doesn't it?
You ready for 68?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here you go.
That last one's still in my head.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Let me try again.
It's already. Oh, I love this one.
And you could almost just put that.
Um, oh
It's
yeah,
kind of like done
I
in
actually
its own
quite like
way.
that. I
In
really
its
like
own
that one. Yeah,
way. Yeah.
yeah,
Like in
yeah,
its
yeah,
own way, that's done. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? That's a
yeah.
version.
There's just a few mistakes in it, but it's actually quite good. That's really good, actually. That's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to turn it off. Now I'm wondering, so this is very interesting. This is very interesting. We took ambient off.
Those last three were brilliant. I think really good.
Yes. And you know, we took that, you had me take ambient off, and I think that did make a difference.
I think it did.
I think
Yeah,
it did make a difference.
yeah.
And my only concern, if anything, like, oh, maybe we could have done something different is, and maybe we shouldn't have, because maybe you're also right about this. Maybe making them shorter did something good.
I was just
I don't,
thinking
but
as
I
a
don't know.
program.
I
I'm just
don't
thinking as
know.
a programmer, and it kind of it would
Forces it. Yeah, it
really
forces. Okay, here's the
yes,
beginning and the end. So the middle is going
yes,
to change, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. What it does is it forces it to make a decision quicker.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. To make more changes, maybe
Yeah,
quicker.
pressure makes diamonds even for AI.
Interesting. We used quantity of time to create quality.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So interesting. Wow, it's getting warm. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, here we are, April 21, and it's the first day of the year that it's been warm.
Wow.
It's crazy. Okay, so here we go. That was number 68. Okay, what are we going to name that one?
Oh, I felt um cowboy Bach.
Say again?
Cowboy Bach,
Oh, I
which is
like
hard
that.
to say together.
Yeah, right. Cowboy Buck. Okay. So here we go. Okay. And
Yeah, I really like that one now.
yeah. And okay, for PJ. That is a nice one, man. The only thing that I have mixed emotions about when I do this, because this, I mean, because I have 30, what did I say? 300 times 12, 3,600, for this year. The only thing that I have mixed emotions about is when I hear a track like that and I'm working with, one of my students and they're going like, I want it. Because I already said you can take anything you want. I'm like, oh, damn.
You're
Maybe
gonna go.
because I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should McGurk PJ and go, that one
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
sound so
that's no
good.
good.
Yeah.
That's no
Yeah,
good.
you don't want that one.
You're not, yeah, it's not gonna work for you.
It's
Yeah,
not developing it. Did you hear all the mistakes? Like
yeah. Yeah, no, I want it.
okay, let's see. That's so funny. Okay, wait, where is it? Where is it? 68, 68. There. Okay.
Next, for some reason, it's not on the download.
It's not working.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't
It's not
download this one.
downloading for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
I must reach my
Whatever,
limit for
whatever I was
today.
trying with the stems before must have affected it. Okay, that's funny. So here it goes. This is so cool, man. What a
I kind of
what
like
a
the idea of this
what a
three movements, taking trying to make three movements out of, three of these
yes,
pieces. Now I like that idea.
yes, yeah. Okay, so this will be here. I can just grab it right in. Okay, I don't want to open it. Don't want to open it. I want to stick it in there. Okay, so you should see another one in your chat,
Oh, here we
which
go.
is number 68. And you ready for 69?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here you go. Yeah, this one's no good.
Could have the opposite thing. It must be good. Brought the loop back out. It went a bit Western there for a while.
There was a section when it went, it had a run and everything in there. It was like
Yeah.
almost a completed product right there, you know? Yeah.
Didn't grab my attention, I have to say, except for so some of the way the violins were done, but other than that, no,
So you don't want me to download that one?
not that one.
Yeah, you don't want to download that one.
No, I think that's one for you. That's meant for you,
Okay,
Gary.
good. I'll take that one. There's two of them so far that you didn't take that I put hearts on.
Now I'm worried.
It'd be funny. Like, what if one of the ones I didn't like that you took became this #1 hit, or one
Yeah,
of the ones that I
oh
took that
my
you didn't
God.
like, right? Yeah, I should take that one. So let's see here. Yeah, that was pretty, very interesting. So I think the key thing here for us to do right now, I see Scott is here and it's 2. I think the key thing to do is, oh, let's see. I just need to rename this one real quick. What would I name that one?
Definitely had a bit of the whip action going on. The
Yeah,
kind of
right.
Western-
Yeah, they did have some Western thing, like
I did.
West meets, or how about this? Well, like
West meets cowbell. There was no cowbell.
it's kind of a cowboy meets Europe. That's what I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Or
actually, that makes
Gary,
sense.
that one.
Yeah. Thought you were going to
Okay.
put Bulgarian in there for a second, which is actually would
What's that? Oh, you froze up. Wonder if the warm weather has something to do with it. Are you going to unfreeze? Am I going to unfreeze? Am I frozen to anybody? Or can you hear me? Scott, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, wait.
yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Scott, did I freeze up at all?
No.
Okay. I noticed PJ froze up a little bit there.
Might be from my end. So, okay.
Yeah. No, this is great. So what I want to do real quick, PJ, is this to end off, is if we go to create, okay, right now. Okay, write this down because here are the tags that are up for all these. I think you were spot on. Taking off the ambient completely changed the game, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
We got a bunch of classical stuff. So it's epic, orchestral, cinematic, soundtrack.
It felt like it was trying to be ambient and making a bit of a mess of it, which is
the first one, you mean, when it said ambient?
Yeah,
exactly. And we got more what we're looking for in higher quality with these tags.
Yeah.
Yes, Scott, this is Moise's, this is ava.ai, AIVA. And it's did I show you this, Scott?
You did.
Yeah, so you know about it. So how many did you get, PJ?
So I got 60. So I've got 5.
Okay, so let's see.
I got 6. I got 6.
Yeah, good. I was going to say. Let's see,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So PJ picked up 6 tracks because he wants to do a symphonina and he wants me to teach him how to do everything there is to know about symphonic music and making a symphony and creating all the realistic orchestral sounds and all that. And he's really
because I haven't
excited.
got enough to do, Scott. So I decided, I've got lots of spare time on my hands and
Like, get off the couch. Gosh.
yeah, do something, man.
Yeah, do something with your life. Right? That's funny.
So you're using the AI as
starting point.
As a starting point. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's helpful.
And we were talking about the fact that, PJ hasn't done this before, so it's nice to get some assistance for a starting point. And then I also pointed out to him that I've done this for a long time and I love using this stuff for starting point. It's like collaborating, but I own the copyright, like the Collaborator, but I paid for it. Awesome. I paid money, I paid money to get that. Yeah. So it's like a work for hire, like I paid this Collaborator to give me 3,600 tracks this year that I own the copyrights to.
It's like you paid a ghostwriter. Yeah.
Yeah. And how many ghostwriters can write 5 songs or 5 pieces simultaneously? That's what I love about this thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Writes 5 tracks at the same time. All right. So PJ, let's get a closing statement from you, sir.
So great session to finalize that track. So I'm looking forward to hearing that master in my car, which seems to have become the absolute test of everything because my car
Yes.
is like has got a harsh stereo or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but
Mm.
and also to kind of open up this new avenue of classical.
Yeah.
Something I had intended to do sometime in the future, but the future is now.
Right. You just pulled the future in like a magnet. Yeah. So my closing statement to you, PJ, is it was great to finish that one track, which sounds really nice. And again, we'll be able to live with it to see where it's at. But I mean, it's a nice version.
It
Really
is.
pleasing.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And then as far as this, I pretty much said it all today already, but it's just a joy to jump in here, Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Thank you. Will you be around tomorrow?
I won't actually. I've got to go to a birthday party in the other side of the country, so I won't be able to
Gotcha.
make it.
Enjoy that.
Yeah. So try.
All right.
Enjoy, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Good day.
RPG.